Hey Beyonders, welcome back to our series where we are exploring body and brain-based strategies for grounding and healing the nervous system. And today we're going to practice one of my favorite exercises, which is called tense and release. So you may have heard of progressive muscle relaxation, and this strategy is just one of my favorites. It really just drops me into my body, and I really start to feel and sense my whole self kind of head to toe. And there's something really powerful energetically when we bring specific attention to parts of the body and we bring in a little bit of tension and then release. Muscle tension is very commonly associated with stress, anxiety, PTSD. And so, your body, when you're in activation or when you're in states of dysregulation, is constantly preparing to address a potentially dangerous situation. And so, if you're always in a little bit of dysregulation or activation, then you're kind of walking through the world with a bit of tension. And you might have been doing that for so long that you're not even aware of it. Like your body doesn't even necessarily distinguish the difference anymore between tensed and relaxed. And we need to not be walking around in the world tensed up all the time. This is so, so important. So as I lead you through this exercise, we're going to be exploring different parts of the body and kind of bringing some tension to that part of the body and then releasing. Now, I don't want you to like squeeze as hard as you possibly can. Okay, that's not the point. That's not the point. 40% is good. And that's also important because one of the goals of this exercise is learning how to detect subtle muscle tension, right? Again, because we're not walking through the world like this all the time. We would recognize that. We would notice that. We would see that we were doing that. But want to notice when there's just a little of tension, but now we're moving through the world with that tension there all the time. And we want to be able to release the body, relax the body, move through the world without distress, move through the world without constant anticipation of danger. Yeah. And by learning how to relax the body, this helps us step out into the world and be less hypervigilant. Okay. So I invite you to make sure you personalize this as well. If there are parts of your body where you've had injuries, if you experience any kind of pain when you're doing the tensing, don't like stop it or just like decrease the tensing to like 10%, just a little bit as opposed to 40%. And also, trauma is experienced in the body, right? When we're talking about sexual trauma. And so as we go and we sit with different parts of the body, there may be muscle memory of trauma. They may be cellular memory of trauma in that area of your body. And so as you start to bring attention and as you start to do some tensing, releasing, then, you may feel some feelings, and that's okay. If you need to pause, if you need to take a break, do that. You can honor the sensation. You can just name it, be with it, whatever you need to do to take good care of you. Okay. So I invite you to go ahead and get into a comfortable position. We're going to go ahead and start this practice and this exercise now. It's okay to do this lying down. It's okay to do it sitting up. If you feel comfortable, safe closing your eyes, I welcome you to do that. Let's begin by focusing on the breath. Just begin to notice what it feels like to breathe in and breathe out. For the next few breaths, deepen into the diaphragm. Let's start by becoming aware of your entire body. Just beginning to do a little head to toe check and just noticing any sensations that are just already present. Notice if there's tension anywhere in your body. Not produced tension, not intentional tension like we're going to work with here in a moment, but just a place where your body is already just tense. Become aware of this without any judgment. We're going to bring your attention now to your feet. And just start by noticing the sensations that are there in your feet, not changing anything, just noticing. Don't worry if you have a hard time feeling a sensation in any part of your body. That's okay too. That happens. Now I want you to tense your feet. Remember to about that 40% for 7 seconds. Good. Now relax the area and feel what it feels like to now be relaxed after having been tense. Notice the distinction and the difference. Bring your attention now to your lower legs, like your calf muscles. And now tense to 40% or 10% if you need to do a little less for 7 seconds. And release. Feel into your lower legs and notice what it feels like to be relaxed after having tensed. Bring your attention now to your upper legs, your thighs, and tense those muscles to 40%, 7 seconds. And relax. Again, notice how it feels between the muscles being tensed, there being tightness and stress, and there being a release, a relaxation in that part of your body. Bring your attention now to your hands and tense your hands. You might create a little bit of a fist. Remember 40%. Don't squeeze as hard as you possibly can. Just about 40% and hold that tension for 7 seconds. Now relax and notice the difference. Notice the change in the sensations. Notice how your hands feel when they're now relaxed. Now we're going to move to the belly, to the abdomen. So you're going to squeeze in the belly. 7 seconds. Good. Now completely release your belly. Don't hold it in at all, not even a little bit. Completely relax your belly. For many survivors of trauma, the belly is a place where there's almost always a constant state of tension, just even a little bit of contraction. So really feel what it's like to just release your belly. Notice if any feelings or sensations come up here. This is also the chakra where we hold vulnerability. So sometimes completely relaxing there can feel like unprotected. But just notice that you're safe, you're okay. You might even take a hand and rub the belly if you need to. Okay, we're going to bring the attention now to your arms. So you're going to think about kind of like squeezing your bicep muscles, right? Kind of getting a little bit of tension there. 7 seconds. Good. And then release the arms. Relax, maybe even shake them out a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, I want you to bring your attention now to your upper back. And so that might look like just kind of like squeezing your shoulders backwards, bringing a little bit of tension there for 7 seconds. And then release. And let yourself do a little wiggle and a little shimmy. Yeah, and feel the difference between when you're holding some tension there and you're being very rigid through your spine versus when you have a little bit of movement, a little bit of relaxation. Okay, next we're going to come to the shoulders. So squeeze those shoulders up 40%, hold for 7 seconds. Deep breath, release. And again, really noticing and paying attention to the difference in how this part of your body feels when it's in a state of tension versus a state of release. Okay, we've got 2 more. I'm going to come to the jaw. So you might imagine kind of holding the teeth tightly at the back, squeezing the jaw. And release. And you might even fully just kind of drop your jaw. And sigh. Good. Oof, this can be an area where we are constantly holding tension. At night, we can be grinding our teeth, right? We can be holding just all of that stress and strain and anxiety and pressure in the jaw. So again, move it around. Feel a little funny. Make some funny faces. And really just feel what it feels like to release the jaw. If you've had oral trauma, just be aware. This could be a little tricky. It might bring some things up, but it's okay. You're safe. Nothing bad is happening to you right now. And then we're going to think about the face. You're going to squeeze your face, your whole little face together. And then release. By the way, laughter is a great way to move out of tension. So then relax your face, okay? Amazing. Okay. Now I want you to quickly take a little scan and then slowly drop in. Notice the body now. Whoa, right? What's changed? What sensations are present? We're going to take one nice deep breath through the diaphragm. Let it out with a sigh. And if your eyes are closed, begin to gently open them. And again, just kind of move and wiggle the body. Good work, everyone. So I encourage you to come back to this practice. It's one that I like to do before sleep. Not every single night, but particularly if I've had a day, right? This is a really good one to use before sleep to kind of release a lot of kind of the stress and the tension from the day. And kind of gets the body into a relaxed state that makes sleeping a little bit more easy or accessible. So keep working with this. And, again, so much of the work that we're doing in this series is about being attuned to your body. So being able to pick up on those moments when your body goes out of a state of relaxation and into a state of tensing, and then being able to work with that and question that, be curious about that, notice that, but then being able to bring yourself out of that state of tension back into release and relaxation. So have a time with it and explore, experiment, and let me know how it goes and what you feel and what you experience. And if you have any questions, let me know. And as always, if you'd like to explore working with me and enrolling in the Beyond Surviving program, reach out. I'm here. I have my next group program coming up in August. It's right around the corner. Even though it's May, it gets here so fast. And I already have 2 people enrolled in that program, so only 4 spots remaining. So check that out at rachelgrantcoaching.com. And until next time, take good care of you.